Well, we are monitoring two clipper systems that could bring some snowfall to Minnesota on the modest side of things, and a warm-up is on the way. So we talked about this yesterday, all the snow to our south, and that snow belt continued right through the Washington, D.C. area where they got 5 to 7 inches of snow. And all of this is the result of this highly amplified pattern we talked about, air that's not remarkably cold for us, just a little below normal, reaching all the way to the south where it is making headlines because it's well below normal for them, of course. And the jet stream track really bringing the significant storm systems all to the south while we've been pretty chilly. We showed you the snowfall totals in Kansas from over the weekend, up to 1.5 feet of snow, Salina, Kansas, and then that continued through Kansas City, St. Louis, right across southern Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, and through West Virginia and Washington, D.C., where they picked up about 5 to 7 inches, as I mentioned, in the D.C. area, but parts of Maryland saw 1 foot of snow. So some pretty incredible snowfall, and it makes a big difference. Temperatures have been significantly colder in Missouri and Kansas, where they had that fresh snow, plus a chunk of Arctic air that missed us. So it's actually been colder there than it's been here, sub-zero temperatures there. We haven't seen that in southern Minnesota with this latest cold snap. But you can see this highly amplified pattern, that wobbly jet stream that should be a little bit more west to east. There's normal ripples in it, but you just continue to have these really highly amplified patterns where warm air is surging north, cold air is surging south. And that main track stays to our south, but we are going to see these clippers, the first one Thursday into Thursday night, and then another one on Saturday night into Sunday. That one's a little more vigorous. Hopeful that we could get a little more snowfall out of the Sunday one. Not a lot of moisture to work with this Thursday, Friday one. Best chance of an inch or more, maybe northwestern Minnesota, probably a dusting to a 1/2 inch for most of us here in central and southern Minnesota. Enough to cause maybe some issues early Friday morning and to sweep off. But Sunday is looking more hopeful. Now, the American model misses us, but the European model and the Canadian models having more significant snow, the Canadian being the most vigorous. And this is going to be a high ratio snow. It's going to be a fluffy snow that could accumulate quickly. So snowfall ratios will really be key. In addition, warmer temperatures moving in. 20s are back Thursday into the weekend before a brief shot of cold returns again as we head into Monday, Tuesday, probably back into the teens. Nothing crazy, but back below normal for just a couple of days. Today, upper teens to near 20 degrees for the Twin Cities and southern Minnesota, still staying in the single digits to the north, but they've been below zero the last few days, so that's some progress there. Sub-zero overnight lows to the north, single digits again, so pretty much similar temperatures as we've been seeing the last few mornings. And then tomorrow, upper teens, 20s though, starting to make a comeback. In southwestern Minnesota, even mid-20s. And as we head into Thursday, mid to upper 20s across southern Minnesota, teens to the north. And with the warmer air coming this weekend, it should stay below freezing. So whatever snow we get isn't going to be melting. It's just going to be more comfortable temperatures here as we head into the weekend. That brief dip, as I mentioned, Monday, Tuesday, and then we're probably back into the 20s next week, even maybe near 30 or plus late next week. So we might get a little January thaw potentially. 20 degrees today. Tomorrow we'll be seeing temperatures back in the upper teens. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, as I mentioned, seasonable temperatures slightly above normal by just a couple degrees. But the big story is we're watching those couple of clipper systems, the Thursday one being the least significant one. And all eyes are on Sunday. A decent amount of moisture and kind of that sweet spot for snowfall ratios will be in that dendritic growth zone for those snowflakes potentially, so it could add up. So we'll be watching that carefully, and then it will be a little chillier behind it Monday briefly.